Hello, Warlocks! My name is Chance, welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 54th episode of our Invocation series, and this will actually be the final invocation added in through the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything book, so it's safe to say we'll be waiting quite some time before some more added, but I wait eagerly with bated breath. In any case, today we're going to be diving into Undying Servitude, which provides a lot of interesting flavor, although I do have some concerns regarding its overall scalability and utility. In any case, before we dive into its description and prerequisites, I'd like to point out that if you'd like to see the full playlist, please do feel free to check out either the little eye icon in the top corner there, or wait until the end of the video and click on the end screen. In any case, let's dive right into Undying Servitude. Under the prerequisites, it is required that you are at least a 5th level Warlock, and the description reads as followed. You can cast Animate Dead without using a spell slot. Once you do so, you can't cast it this way again until you finish a long rest. It's really simple. There's a handful of Warlock invocations that behave almost identical to this. I really do feel like this is just to give them more of a necromantic kind of a feel to them, although most necromancy-based warlocks have been able to do this by simply multi-classing. However, if you're in a game that doesn't allow multi-classing and you'd like to be able to have some sense of necromancy in your playstyle, this is certainly the best way to do it. There are a couple different patrons you can choose that give you access to kind of pseudo-undead abilities, namely the Undying, the Undead, and to a lesser extent the Hexblade Warlock. However, they are at best pseudo-undead, and even in addition to that, the Warlock will likely never get a subclass that just gives them an extended spell list with Animate Dead on it. This is likely due to balancing reasons. The Warlocks always casting their spells at the highest level, and regaining them on a simple short rest make it rather interesting when it comes to creating a horde of zombies, or skeletons, whichever one you may choose. In any case, let's move on to the walkthrough here. So it is quite simple. Essentially, once per long rest, you can cast the Animate Dead spell at its 3rd level without burning through one of your precious spell slots, so it'll give you access to one undead minion, so to speak. We have a whole video on Animate Dead, as well as the individual zombie and skeleton stat blocks, so feel free to check that out in the 3rd level spell playlist. In any case, it is rather interesting. There's a strong argument to be made for you putting armor and giving them weapons, so they can scale as you level, which is of course quite nice. In addition to that, they provide excellent roleplay opportunities not only for yourself and your party, but for the Dungeon Master as well, and through a lesser extent the reaction of NPCs. Now let's move on to my personal thoughts. I do love the idea of there being a Lich, or pseudo-Lich Warlock rather, and with the Undying patron, it's certainly achievable now. You can even have your own undead minion. However, in terms of its viability at higher levels, I am a little bit worried with regards to that. However, I still think if this is the route you're trying to go, multiclassing is still going to be your best way to achieve this result, just based off of the way Pact Magic works. There's no real reason not to. That being said, however, as pointed out in some of my prior videos, not every game allows multiclassing, so in those cases I think this particular invocation is quite useful, at least during earlier levels of play. Once again, its scalability and viability has me a little bit concerned. That being said, however, I suppose the idea of equipping said skeleton or zombie with weapons and armor and upgrading and through extension scaling them that way is certainly within the realm of possibilities. That being said, let me know what you think of Undying Servitude down beneath in the comment section. Be sure to mention any thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns you have regarding it. That being said, if you'd like to gain access to a free one-shot, please use code WELCOME over at the Guild Hall for a free one. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and of course, happy adventuring.